Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. Streaming live, my man, the smart guy. What's up, King?
Oh man, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, I can't call it. I might stall it. Look, man, you ain't stalling. I know for one thing, man, you killing it out there, man, and you doing your thing. And it's amazing seeing somebody like yourself who has such strong convictions stand 10 toes down on business,
Right,
go backing up, straightforward, and unapologetic.
right.
You get a whole lot of love, but you also get your fair share of detractors.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, I no, I think, I think there's an imbalance though, right? I definitely think that I receive more love than 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 hate, and I think more people are supportive of my viewpoints and my messaging points. It's just that I'm so unapologetically politically incorrect that it makes it hard for some individuals to publicly show their in agreement with what I'm saying. But internally, there's a there's an agreement with what I'm saying, because when I meet people in other places and off camera, off the record, man, they give me their flowers in private. They give me my flowers in private, so to say.
Right,
Hmm.
right. You from Harlem, man. How was it like growing up in Harlem?
Man, I don't know. I don't think it necessary for me. It wasn't necessarily the borough. It was like it was a lot, right? Like bouncing from group home to group home, foster home, shelters, drug programs. It just was a lot of uneasiness, anxiety, and unstableness. And I just remember my earliest memories were about survival, right? Trying to find ways to survive. That was, like that was the biggest thing for me, right? Like, my mother was a drug addict. My father wasn't around, and my mom didn't care about making sure I was good. So I would say growing up for me was just man, it was tough. It was tough. It was tough. It was tough.
Who was there around you to give you any type of positive advice? Just somebody that you could look at. Was it somebody like maybe in the house, outside of the house, a family member, somebody in the neighborhood, somebody on TV? Who inspired you? Because you could have easily became a statistic, and at one point I know that you didn't care if you became a statistic or not. So how did you wrap your head around the idea that I'm a smart guy for real? I'm a smart guy. I'm not a dummy. If I'm a smart guy, then that means that I got to move in a way that the average cat don't move. I can't go out like a chump when I'm supposed to be the smart guy. I can't go out like a sucker. At some point, something had to click in you that made you say, you know what? I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong.
Well, I would say it was God, right? I didn't have it for me. There were no there was no inspirations. I didn't have any inspirations. You know, um, I was molested by my mother. I didn't have my father around. I'm in group homes. I just remember always being angry. I'm in survival mode. I didn't love myself. I had abandonment issues. There were at 12 years old, I wanted to kill myself, right? So I didn't have any type of the first inspiration I got was from God, and that's when I was in prison. I was in Southport Box, right? So it wasn't about inspiration. It just was about survival. I was desensitized, so I didn't have a conscience. So I'm selling drugs. I'm committing all types of crimes, robberies, kidnappings. I'm really heavy in the street growing up, and there was no, it was just complete darkness, and I felt empty. I didn't want to live, so I didn't care if I was killed. I didn't care at the time. I didn't care what happened to me. I didn't value myself. So there was no inspiration. There was no um, goal lining. It was just madness. A lot of pain, a lot of confusion. I was getting high every single day, smoking, drinking. Smoking cigarettes. I used to smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day. I used to drink fucking, like, I don't know how many Coronas. I would probably drink like 9 Coronas a day, because I found out that the cigarette, if you smoke the cigarette and you drink the Corona, it kind of boosts the cigarette a little bit, right? And so I was, man. Then I drink the Henny. I was out of my fucking mind, right? So yeah, I didn't have any inspiration. I didn't turn it around. God turned it around for me.